got younger ones here. This isn't going to be about your forehand, your backhand, your serve, your volley, your overhead, okay, your footwork, your brain, even though we could talk a lot about that, okay? It's about little motor skills. You're going, what is that? What is that? Listen, how many of you guys see people like on TV or even some of the hitting coaches here, you lob it over their head and they hit a tweener. That means they run back there and bang, they go between. Okay, how many guys practice that? I know you do, I know you do, okay? Okay, and who does, wait, by the way, who does that shot better than anybody here? Look, he even raised his hand. Isn't it funny? The people that practice the most of certain things, they do it better. And this is a problem, and I see this a lot, okay, especially with younger kids. You want to handle the racket, okay? You want to handle the racket, okay, like a magician. And then you'll be able to do all these like little skills, okay? When you're out of position, you got to be able to handle the racket, whether you're bouncing the ball in the racket, spinning it, okay? You got to handle the racket like a paintbrush. A lot of you are taught by us how to do the technical part, bang, bang, and you don't want to be a one-trick pony, okay? You want to be able to dip it, flip it, chip it, and rip it, okay? But you got to mess around with the racket, and the best way to do that, grab a ball, practice things, okay, on your own. Imagination and creativity is the leader in the clubhouse. The best way to develop these skills is you got to grab a ball and a basket, forget hitting against someone, and you can practice this, not just your drop shot, but put the ball in a certain position, okay, that's why I tell you guys to play the out balls, where you got to what we call improvise, and you got to use the racket more with a continental grip, because most of you hold the racket semi-western or a western, okay, and you're really programmed to hit the ball technically very sound. But the best way to develop little motor skills is you got to work on it, and it starts at a young age. And I've seen this movie hundreds and hundreds and thousands of times, okay, of kids that mess around with the racket, okay, and they do all these tricks on their own. They develop these little motor skills. When the ball's there, they get up there and they look comfortable. Or some of you might get up to the net and bang, you drill it in the net, or you pump it long. All right, it's going to be one shot, one day, one opponent, one tournament that decides who wins that match, because you don't have that. I see it a little bit more with the girls, okay, because the guys, as you go through the juniors, you're kind of put in those positions and you kind of can learn those skills more because you have to improvise and you kind of learn it. But the ones that I've seen, okay, that do all these crazy things, even so sometimes it would drive me crazy because they're messing around with the racket too much and maybe they're not rock solid all the time. What I'm saying is the best way, when you see a guy like Alcaraz who has that raw combination of firepower, okay, and then he can run up there 100 miles an hour like a cheetah, slide into the ball, give a head fake and go, gotcha, trick or treat, I gotcha. That didn't happen overnight. That happened at your age. So don't worry about if you don't have someone to play. You got a basket, you got a ball, practice these things. Practice dropping the ball and on your back. Now you're gonna do it. Practice doing this, practice doing that. You gotta do it in progression. Grab a basket, handle the racket like a magician. You should handle the racket like a paintbrush. Because as I told you, a lot of you are taught to hit the ball with ATP forehand, ATP backhand. You're taught to hit the ball on the rise, be aggressive. That's one thing. But those certain shots that you need to handle the racket like a magician, it's all about little motor skills. So I'm telling you, I've just seen this with so many people. And what happens, they end up from that, seems like they have a better slice backhand, they have a better volley, because they're doing a lot of things with a continental grip and they're working on underspin, okay? And someday, somewhere against somebody, you're gonna play someone who's gonna drop shot you a lot. You're gonna have to let go of the racket and be able to drop shot back, okay? Or be able to chip it up the line, okay? And do it with style and comfort and ease. And it starts now at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Deal? So what's the plan?
Handle the racket like a magician.
Handle the racket like a magician. And I told you, you can get a lot of value, okay? Creativity, imagination, go to the wall. I'm just telling you, these are the most neglected things in junior tennis. And one more thing to say. 1, 2, 3. Bang! All right, I'll see you guys later.